John came back to life when he was 8 years old. The very first thing he did was force his parents to get a divorce right away. Then he firmly turned down his wealthy mother. He chose to live with his poor father instead. This was because, in his past life, after John built a successful career, he had fallen seriously ill without warning. His mother and stepfather refused to pay for his medical bills. They even seized all of his assets by force. In the end, they pulled John's oxygen mask off with their own hands. It was only at that moment that John finally learned. His father had been supporting him all those years. John closed his eyes in endless regret. Perhaps the heavens took pity on him. He was reborn back to the day his parents were arguing over divorce. To avoid the tragedy from his previous life, he not only dragged his father over to sign the papers with his fingerprint, but also told his mother to leave at once. His father was deeply touched by John's decision. He took out all his life savings to let John keep going to school. Yet John secretly took that money and headed straight to the stock exchange. He bought a single stock that had crashed sharply. Lucy, a female CEO, watched the whole scene unfold. She did not just warn John not to act recklessly. She also said that this stock would never go up. She even urged John to sell it off quickly. She told him to take the money and go back to school to study hard. John thought Lucy was beautiful and kind-hearted. He immediately made a bet with her. He said if this stock rose in price after 10 minutes, Lucy would have to become his father's girlfriend. He wanted her to be his new mother. Lucy's assistant grew furious at this. Lucy, however, agreed to the bet without hesitation. But she laid out one condition. If John lost the wager, he would have to return to school to study. Right after she finished speaking, John's father rushed into the room. When he found out John had spent all their savings on stocks, he flew into a rage. John told his father not to worry. He also said his father would become a millionaire in 10 minutes' time. When his mother heard what had happened, she hurried over to watch him make a fool of himself. She deliberately showed off her affection with her new husband right in front of his father. She mocked his father, saying John would get him killed. John told his mother she would live to regret this. His stepfather then tried to teach John a lesson. Seeing the man try to bully his son, the honest, quiet father lost his temper completely. Two sides struck up another bet. If the stock John bought failed to rise within 3 minutes, his father would kneel down and polish the stepfather's shoes. If the stock went up instead, the stepfather and mother would kneel and apologize to his father. The 3 minutes were almost up. The stock still had not risen at all. The stepfather thought he had definitely won. He demanded the father uphold his end of the bet on the spot. Just as the father was about to drop to his knees, John held him back. The stock that had been crashing non-stop suddenly soared through the roof at a frantic pace.